wife is Mary Syrie. I'm going to buy a lottery ticket. I never pronounce people's names right. Last fall, Mary presented her plans for her high-performance leadership project, which was to organize a team that would provide free mending services for the residents of a local assisted living facility. Since then, Mary has planned, organized, documented, and made lots of lists in order to bring her HPL vision to reality. Please welcome Mary Syrie in delivering her speech, Mending Results.
We garment sewers have a little inside joke. When somebody says to us, "Did you make that?" Yes, I did make that. You sew? I should bring you all my mending to do. And we reply, no, you shouldn't. There's more to the joy of sewing than just a needle and thread going through fabric. What we love about it is process. The process of having an idea for a garment that you want to make, putting together the fabric, the pattern that you think will flatter, and then executing the plan. Make sure you've got the skill set to get this thing done. Make sure you've got the tools, budget, and the time to do it. And at the end of the project, you can determine the success by trying it on, see that it fits, and be proud of the job that you did. Fellow Toastmasters, honored guests, what I just described is a standard process for any project that you do, whether you're sewing a blouse, building a house, or completing your high-performance leadership project. You come up with an idea, you plan, you execute, and then you evaluate the results. I had an idea for a project, and last Wednesday, I saw that project idea come to fruition. I had assembled a mending team of 4 ladies. We went to the Blossom Creek Memory Care Facility in Wenatchee, and we had provided mending services to the residents for free. And tonight I'm going to share with you the results of that project. My first step was finding a facility. With the suggestion of one of my friends, I dropped in on Blossom Creek Memory Care. They're at the corner of Madison and Western here in Wenatchee. This was a cold call, and Barbara Burkhart, who is the director, was gracious enough to spend 15 minutes with me. Barbara listened politely as I explained my Toastmaster project. She nodded and was interested. But her face lit up when I said, we would like to come and provide mending services for your residents. Nobody can do that anymore. Our staff doesn't have the skills. The families can't fulfill that need. And they need it so badly. Oh yes, Barbara was on board. She was an enthusiastic supporter. Now that I had a facility, I needed a team. This was easy. I sent one email to the Wenatchee Garment Sewing Club, and within a day I had 3 responses. And I love volunteers. I had Olga, who's a dressmaker in East Wenatchee, and for quite some time had wanted to organize a mending event for a nursing home. I had Anne, who's a retired RN. She drives by Blossom Creek a couple times a week and has said, I need to volunteer at that facility. And then there's Kathy. Kathy works at So Creative, and Kathy used to have an alteration business when she lived in California. This was a dream team. The day of the event was last week. So what happened when we got there? How did the day go? I'll tell you right now, word spread like wildfire through that staff. I didn't see Barbara for probably a half hour. She's the only person I talked to. But when the staff gambled up to the door, unlocked it, let us in, They said, "It's the mending ladies. The mending ladies are here. We've been looking forward to having you. Follow us." We went down the halls and they set aside an activity room for us where a laundry bin was waiting, filled with clothes. Barbara had instructed the on-site laundry facility to set aside any clothes that they saw that needed mending. We had our work before us. We brought all our stuff with us, sat down, and sewed for 2 hours. We expected to find garments that were missing buttons, that had rips in them that needed patching, hems that had fallen out, split seams, and that is what we found. There really were no surprises, and we just sewed, we visited, we got to know each other better, we learned techniques from each other. It was a really fun afternoon. Toward the end of our 2 hours, I asked the team, what went well today? And where are the areas that we can improve? A little lessons learned. There were a few items that we talked about. I'm just going to give the top one on each of them. What went well? When I was planning the project, I wrote a statement of scope. This defines the project, what we will do and what we will not do. What's in scope that we would do was mending. Out of scope is alterations. We will not darn socks, and we don't do underwear. Although one little bra sneaked in, but they were respectful of our scope. I think that gave the laundry team something to work with. They understood what we were looking for, and it made our afternoon much easier. What could have been better? I scheduled 2 hours. We had not done this before, and this was a risk. It was an estimate. At the end of 2 hours, we looked at the bin and we thought, we're not done, but let's just stay an extra hour. We can get this done and get everything finished, which we did. But the benefit of that is now we have a metric. We know that 4 people takes 3 hours to finish 1 laundry bin. At the beginning of my speech, I indicated that sewers don't like mending very much. And we don't. It's kind of boring. It's a solitary activity. And face it, we all have too many clothes. If you pop a button off of the shirt, you just toss it aside, wear something else for a while. It's easy to procrastinate. But you can also take a boring activity, make a project out of it, build a team, and provide a service for some people who really need that service. The last question I posed to my team was, would you do this again? And their answer was a resounding, oh yes, this was fun. And